Yes, you read that title correctly. I am doing a Mundungus Fletcher breakdown. Before we start, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, I really would appreciate it. I'm still trying to grow. So let's cover Mundungus Fletcher, better known as Dung.
Mundungus Fletcher, Mr. Potter.
So to me, he's one of the more interesting characters, right? Kind of a breath of fresh air from what we're used to. Most wizards that we come across in the beginning of the story are more proper citizens, right? Dung is a con man. He's a shifty character, right? We all know somebody who, you know, kind of lives on the dark side and kind of does illegal things, and that is Mundungus Fletcher.
What's this rubbish?
Now, when we first hear about Dung, it is doing something illegal. During a raid in the Chamber of Secrets, Arthur mentions Dung trying to hex him in the back. Now, Dung was probably caught in a wrong place, wrong time type of situation, and probably was just trying to get out of there, but...
What's this rubbish?
And we hear about Dung in the Goblet of Fire. So after the attack by the Death Eaters at the World Cup, a lot of people lost a lot of items during the attack, you know, campers. So Mundungus submits a claim to the ministry that he lost a 12-bedroom set. Percy mentions that he knows for a fact that Mundungus slept on a bed sheet with some sticks propped up, but that's Dung, man, like trying to commit PPP fraud. In the Order of the Phoenix, Dung becomes very essential to the story. His first mission with the Order is in fact to protect Harry while he stayed at Privet Drive. Now we know that he absolutely failed at that job, going to pursue a profitable business opportunity, which clearly is more important than protecting the boy who lived. And then on top of that, when he tries to apologize to Harry, he kind of mumbles it and doesn't really take full accountability for it. Like, that gives us a very dark view of this guy. Like, why is he even here? And to add injury to insult, had Dung done his job properly, Harry may have never went to the Ministry of Magic to go save Sirius. Now stay with me here. Harry was super stressed in the Order of the Phoenix. We know this for a fact, right? If Dung had did his job properly, Harry wouldn't have went into Hogwarts as stressed as he was, because we know that the trial super stressed him out.
No.
You were aware that you were forbidden to use magic?
You know, if the trial never happened, Harry might have been in a better mood, and it could have led to better decisions later on. But everything, you know, led to Sirius's death. By the way, I did an in-depth video on that. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave it right here for you. Go check it out, it's a great video. Now, Molly Weasley absolutely detests Mundungus Fletcher, okay? I mean, loathes the man. I mean, that changes a bit when apparently Mundungus saved one of her sons, it's not mentioned who, from being strangled by a shirt. But to be fair, Molly was kind of tripping a bit, right? Because she was mad at Sirius for Mundungus's presence. But Mundungus was actually in the first Order of the Phoenix ever established, and the Weasleys weren't. So of course Mundungus would be in the second, because he owed Dumbledore a favor. But nonetheless, we know that Mundungus had a great amount of respect for both Dumbledore and Sirius. It's never really explained why he respects Sirius so much. Like at the table when he was sleeping in Grimmauld Place, he wakes up and says, "I agree with Sirius." We don't know where that respect comes from. It could have been, you know, maybe Sirius was in Azkaban for so long and, you know, got out and, you know, still fine. Who knows? Dumbledore obviously still trusted him because he gave Dung the task of still tracking Harry. He's the one who relayed the information to the Order that Harry was in Hogsmeade at the Hog's Head having a meeting, and he was dressed as a witch. It also isn't explained why Dung was banned from the Hog's Head. I would love to know the reason behind that, JK, and I think everybody else would too. We don't hear from Dung for a while, not until the Half-Blood Prince, where Harry discovers him selling his and Sirius's possessions. Now, I don't particularly like this scene because it's a teenage boy gripping up a grown man. Harry wouldn't have tried that with anybody else. Not Lupin, not Kingsley. I mean, imagine Harry gripping up Kingsley for selling off Sirius's items. I don't think he would try that, but that's the amount of respect he has for Mundungus, which is none. Dung actually ended up in Azkaban after that. Absolutely no idea how that happened. And then he actually ended up escaping that same year during the mass breakouts that Azkaban was having that entire year. Really have more details about that, but it happened. So here's the bit where I absolutely lost total respect for Mundungus Fletcher. So we know that Snape manipulated Mundungus to give out the 7 Harry plan to the Order of the Phoenix. And it for the most part it worked. However, Mundungus disapparating and leaving Moody alone led to Moody's death. The most cowardly thing I think I've seen in the series besides everything Wormtail does. Think of this. If Dung had stayed to help Moody, it's a very possible that Moody wouldn't be dead. Because we know that Moody was a skilled wizard as well. So if he had a bit of help, he might have survived. Even so, when Dung gets captured by Creature, he gives a jumbled apology about leaving the entire thing. But when it turns out that that's not what Harry wanted him for, he just skips past it. Like, you are the reason that Alistair Moody died. But, oh, that's not what you want to, yell at me for? Cool. Where's the morals, man? Like, what? Like, I hate to think that that's really all his character was. And, I mean, everybody can't be redeemed, I guess, right? But that's what made me hate his character. So that's the video, guys. Peace. But nah, let me finish up. So I do wish JK had a redemption moment for Mundungus Fletcher. We never hear from him after the whole thing with Creature, but during the Battle of Hogwarts, I would love to believe that he was there. We know that a bunch of people showed up to help finish the fight and take everything to Baltimore. Mundungus had a lot to make up for, man. Like Moody's death, abandoning the Order, almost letting Harry die, having respect for Sirius, having respect for Dumbledore. He had a lot of reasons to be there. So I would love to think that he was there, but that's just me. We know that for a fact he wasn't there because he wasn't mentioned. And like I said, I guess that everybody can't be redeemed. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's basically the story of Mundungus Fletcher. I hope you enjoyed it. Gives you a little bit more thought about, a character that's been mostly forgotten. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you, like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. And peace. Have a good New Year.